Hi guys, and welcome to another Witch's Boudoir / Zandra Sparks makeup tutorial, and today is another two symbols for the Stella symbol collection. One of these symbols I have done a slight different version of it in previous looks, which is obviously the goddess symbol, but yeah, this is another version of the goddess symbol. So yeah. Today's symbols are the goddess and the god symbols, because there are other forms of these symbols that basically mean the same thing but also have other interpretations. So I'm starting with these two and then working on to a few other things later on in my blog. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and give a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to get any notifications when I upload a new video, whether that's one of my live streams from Facebook, whether it's just me uploading a video that's a little bit off topic. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing at the moment, as well as keeping up to date with all my makeup tutorials, makeup reviews and beauty product items. So yeah, in case you guys are wondering, yes, I did upload on Sunday. I just didn't post up on Instagram because I was at the time fighting with my internet. For those of you who don't know, we had a massive windstorm where I am. So basically my internet kept cutting in and out. Even using my mobile phone data, it just was not for connecting to any form of social media, any form of internet. It just did not want to work. In the nicest possible ways, computer says no. Or rather, internet says no. So yeah, basically that's what I was having to deal with on Sunday. So although I did manage to get the blog up, I didn't get anything posted up on Instagram or Facebook at all. So yeah. I've already started this look. I've done my foundation, primer, waterline and lash line, and I have created a little bit of a winged look, purely to just add a little bit more shape to my eyes at the moment. If it looks like I've got massive black eyes at the moment, like I been punched in the face, they're a little bit swollen because I put some new contact lenses in, and I didn't change the solution, so they're a little bit swollen, but they are fine. I haven't got an infection at the moment. It's all good. I've managed to save them. But yeah, I've been dealing with like going to beaches and things like that. So I've had a little bit of grit in my eyes. So it's a little bit of my fault wearing contact lenses, walking on the beach. So yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. Last week was half term. So yeah, that's why I was here, there and everywhere last week. So yeah, without further ado, I shall get started with these symbols. So the first symbol I'm going to create is the goddess symbol. And as I said, I have created this symbol or a version of this symbol before. I will link it below in the blog on the Witch's Boudoir to the previous look. That one is not actually as a video, but yeah, you guys get the gist. So I'm literally going to start by creating a moon shape, which I'm going to place 2 dots here and here, and then just very carefully draw a half circle, and then from the top dot again draw another line following that previous shape, like so. So it's a half moon shape. And then I'm basically going to do another moon facing the other way. So I'll place a dot here and here. So like that. So basically I'm just going to very carefully draw the lines a bit more so they're a bit more solid. But yeah, that's the basic shape of the design. Now, if you're someone who likes to have the moons like me and have them blank, just outlined, that's fine, but you can colour them in with different highlighters, eyeshadows. Basically, you can add glitters too as well, just to get it more defined, to stand out a bit more. So yeah, that is the symbol for the goddess. Next, I'm going to be creating the god symbol, which again is very simple, but is a little bit intricate. So the first thing I'm going to do with the god symbol is I'm going to create a circle. Now I'm doing it on the opposite eye. And I'm just going to create a rather large circle shape. Like so. And then, because it's God, it has horns, so I will literally place 2 dots where I want the horns to finish, and then curving down and out and back round, down and out and back round, like so. And then about halfway up the horns there's another like little branch that comes up like so. So basically it's a circle, 2 horns with 2 little lines off. So there we have it. Yeah. So that is the god symbol, and to finish off the eye look I will be doing my mascara, which for this I'm using the Dose Punk Volumizer Mascara, which is my standard mascara. And I'm not doing my bottom lashes today because I just want something that defines the top lashes to make my eyes look a little more wider than what they are today. So there we go. Now to finish off the look I will be using my highlighter, which is the Kaleido Cosmetics Astro Light, and I'm using this as a contour tool and just placing it on 2 dots here and here, here and here, and then blending it out with my brusher blush without dropping my blusher brush. So that's where the highlighter is on both sides. And then I'm going to use my Benefit California blusher just underneath and blending it into the highlighter, just to give that little bit of rosy glow. There we go, that's better. I will apologise, my nose is really itchy today as well. Honest, I'm not coming down with yet another cold, it's just really, really itchy. It is the start of hay fever. So yeah, I will survive. So that is my highlighter and blusher done. Lastly, I will be using a lipstick from the Freedom Pro Lipstick Kit, Nor Matte's collection. And if you guys know, a few weeks ago I bought this from the Revolution website because they are a Revolution brand. So yeah, the colour I'm going to go for, I just pull a whole lot out and decide. The colour I'm going to go for is, I think, well, I'm not going to use that one because I've used that one before. I'm going to use the Darkness, which is a very purpley shade. This is slightly a lighter purple shade than the other one. So yeah. Yeah, this is a very purpley shade. It looks almost black, but it is actually a very deep purple. Yeah. So that is the lipstick look. I have to admit, although I thought this was going to be a slightly lighter purple, this does still look rather dark, but because I have no eyeshadow on today and I'm doing more symbols, I will say this is actually a very pretty colour. This is actually a colour I would usually wear when going out with friends that are a bit more gothic, going to like clubs and things like that. Then this is probably a colour I would go for. I'd probably add like a glitter over the top just to give it that little bit extra volume or appeal, sparkle. So yeah, that is the two looks, the god symbol and the goddess symbol. So yeah, I know that the goddess symbol is slightly lower than the god symbol, but I kind of wanted that today, just to add a little bit of interest. Also, while I'm on camera, I will let you guys know that although I am still working with things on my blog and my YouTube channel, I am also working on a new story. If you guys know, I have just finished one story that is still on the proofread and editing stage, and hopefully that will get published in the next couple of years. I'm now also starting a new story, which is a bit more inspired by a couple of friends of mine. So yeah, we're basically, for want of a better word, it is a very twisted story. It is a very complex story. There are lots of key elements, and my two friends have been basically bombarding me with ideas, basically to get this story written. So it's kind of a joint effort, but yeah, it's my idea. So yeah, thank you to those two. Love you guys so, so much. Yeah, so big thumbs up to us three. We will get this book finished. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically what I'm working on outside of the world of YouTube and blogging and Instagram. It's why I haven't been posting up that much on Instagram and Facebook, because I've been working on everything else. But yeah, my hallway is still being decorated at the moment. I'm still trying to get plaster off the walls. It's got to a stage where, yeah, it basically becomes like glue, and I'm like peeling it away like glue, which does make life easy, but it's getting it hot enough to turn into glue. I just have probably another session of peeling glue-like plaster off the wall, and then I can buff down, which is using a sandpaper, and then I can start painting, which theoretically, if I kicked my arse into gear, it would take me 2 weeks. However, this is me we're talking about, and I have a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, probably not going to happen in 2 weeks. Yeah. So firstly, I've got a lot going on this week. Tomorrow I have a friend coming around to sit with Bart, do some reading with Bart. Bart at the moment has been very hyperactive, very hard work, somewhat grouchy, somewhat, you know, not really in a good frame of mind, very hard work, but, you know, we're getting there, I haven't lost my temper too much. But yeah, being able to sit down with him and talk to him is pretty good. I've still got things that I'm doing on on Wednesday afternoons, which are like groups. On top of that, I have a few things going on this week. I'm disappearing on Saturday to see my family, and obviously I will be uploading a lot on Saturday. So you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, which I will put the link below, you guys will get to see what I'm up to on Saturday morning, and then what I'm also doing for Sunday's blog. If you didn't see this week's Sunday blog, I will put the link to it on the description below, but it was for a bunch of products that I bought from Lush last week with my mum, which I will explain on video for you guys as well. As you guys probably know, I suffer with eczema and very dry skin and ingrowing hairs, and it can be a nightmare for me. So without further ado, I shall explain the situation. Over the past, I don't know, year, 2 years now, my eczema has been flaring up my hand. As you can see, it is still flared up, but nowhere near as bad as it was this time 2 years ago, this time 2 weeks ago, even this time last week. So yeah, it was not good. Now, out with my mum last week during a half term, we went to Cribbs Causeway in Bristol, and we went to the Lush store that's opposite Superdrug. If you guys know Cribbs Causeway, you know that the Lush store there is really, really good. The stuff there wonderful. So I will give it a massive shout out to the girl that helped me last week Tuesday when I went there. I explained to her that I suffer with eczema. I explained to her that I suffer with dry skin and ingrowing hairs, and she was really grateful. For my eczema, I am using something called the Dream Cream, which I believe has loads of really brilliant reviews on it. It's not specified for eczema per se, but it helps with dry skin and skin problems. So, you know, it is designed for people who have sensitive skin and people who have easily upset skin. So people who do have eczema, you know, we do have sensitive skin and we do have, you know, skin conditions like eczema. You can have like years where you don't have a flare up. Now, I went through most of my teenage years never having a flare up. Yet from 2 weeks old until I was probably about 14, I had flare-ups regularly, to the point where I literally had blisters from scratching. So yeah, until I was about 6.5, my mum was using something from Lush, which was an oat-based product. My mum thought, okay, we'll go into Lush, we'll see what they've got. If they still got the product, we'll get that. My mum couldn't remember what it was called, so she and me explained to the girl, you know, this is what we used to use, you know, do you have something like that? And she suggested the Dream Cream. Now, this comes in 2 formulas. You can have a more water-based formula, or you can have a more olive oil-based formula. I have the one that has more olive oil because my skin is so dry that when it has water put on, water doesn't absorb into my skin, it just sits there. With olive oil, I find that it does sink in, and I will admit, when I had both of the products put onto the back of my hands, I had the water-based on this one and the oil-based on this one. The oil-based literally sinked in, not a problem. You know, you couldn't feel it within 10 minutes. You could tell it literally sinked in. It helped immediately with the eczema. This one does suffer with eczema, but not to the same extent as this one. This one had the water-based, and I literally spent the whole day with this thick layer of product on my skin, which is one thing, if you know me really well, you know I do not like having a thick layer of product on my skin. So yeah, obviously I went for the more olive oil based product, which I adore. So yeah, massive shout out to the store Lush, massive shout out to their staff. I highly recommend anybody who has any skin condition or anyone who is interested in more natural products to go and check out Lush, because their products are handmade in the UK, they're handmade and they smell divine, literally divine. They work really well. I've never had a problem with their products. They're slightly cheaper than Body Shop. If you guys know, I love Body Shop as well. I do use a lot of Body Shop products. And again, they are more natural based, more organic based. And although Body Shop are great, their products can be expensive. Whereas a product like this, which is 240 grams, which considering I've had it now for a week and I have barely used very much of it, this cost me £14.95. Yeah, £14.95. So £14.95. And if something like this was in Body Shop, it would probably be closer to £25, which is a little bit expensive. Although I like Body Shop, it's still expensive for what it is half the time and can get hard work. So yeah, I did have a few other products, but I will be leaving those for you to go and read in the link below for Sunday's blog. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now that I've given you all a little bit of an idea of what's going on at the moment, yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I shall catch you guys all on Friday, which will be another makeup design. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing for Friday yet, but it will be another Steragun, Steraha symbol design. Don't ask me what's coming up on Sunday either, because Sunday is a long way off from today, and quite frankly, it probably will be another makeup design because I haven't had any products come in to actually review. Having said that, I think I do actually have one due to arrive this week. I do actually have a new subscription box that should arrive in the next couple of days, as well as my glossy box. My glossy box, I believe, is to be delivered today, which may end up being Sunday's blog. The next box is the Look Fantastic box. This is one that I've seen other reviewers do. I'm kind of intrigued by it. It's a little more expensive than what I would normally go for, but it's still in the price brand that I'm looking at. I do have other plans to try other subscription boxes, and if I still have a little bit of money left over from the end of this week, I may also get the Birchbox for this month, because the Birchbox for this month actually looks pretty good. So yeah, without further ado, I will leave you all in peace rather than pieces. Don't forget to check out my blog post for today down in the description, and don't forget to check out my blog from Sunday. Yeah, also check out my Instagram page. I do try and upload daily, but obviously with having internet disasters because of weather, can't always manage that. Yeah, so I shall see you guys on Friday. Bye!